I did a video on this pile of filth a couple of weeks back when he was first arrested after, oh, was he arrested? Or no, he ended up getting knocked up out on the street, and yeah, he ended up getting arrested. I don't know what happened with the guy who laid the smackdown on him and his friend, but hopefully he's just out there keeping the streets of Tokyo safe. But Johnny Somali out here, he's figuring out real quick that if you break the rules in Japan, it's not quite the same thing where you can go ahead and cry racism in the American system and go ahead and get a pass, or even the Western system at large. Japan, yeah, they don't play like that. After Johnny Somali's arrest, Japanese government officials warned streamers and YouTubers who create a nuisance for content. Yeah, Kick's down bad, okay, because that's where he's streaming, because he got thrown off of Twitch and who knows what's going on with Twitch anyways. But Kick has started to introduce more restrictive guidelines by introducing a nice nebulous hate speech policy. So yeah, anticipate Kick to go ahead and precipitously drop off in the future whenever somebody starts to rise up and talk some things against the regime. It's not like they're going to run out of money. They got plenty of gambling bucks to throw around, but the moment people like this and all of those other goofy ass IRL streamers start to cause more problems, you're going to start to see a clampdown. Rumble is the only free speech network, and I'm also not calling for Johnny Somali to come over to Rumble. Of course not. No, Rumble's already got a bad enough perception, at least in the media, even though, the content that's on it is absolutely not objectionable. That's just the way that it's out there. But Kick, on the other hand, they get glowing reviews even when they have streamers get arrested and thrown in jail for being absolute scumbags in foreign countries. But here we go. Okay, so last month, after controversial Kick streamer Johnny Somali was arrested by the Japanese police, a government official slammed streamers and YouTubers who have been creating a nuisance for the general public in the name of content. I love that the Japanese government, or at least the law enforcement branch, are sticking up for the people. Listen, we don't want this shit around here. Okay, go ahead and take all of your fucking performative nonsense and just go back to your own country with it. We're Japanese. You're not Japanese. Get the fuck out. You love to see it. People enforcing cultural values, not kowtowing to anybody else. In a press release following the arrest last month, the Chief Cabinet Secretary of Japan, Hirokazu Matsuno, addressed the issue of content creators who disturb the peace with problematic and often offensive acts to attract viewers. Yeah, it's legitimate disturbing the peace. Japan has rules against that. You fly in the face of them, you end up paying the consequence. And Somali certainly fits that description. The IRL streamer, no lower form of life, has been going viral for his racial rants for months. Earlier this year, a clip of the American streamer obnoxiously shouting about dropping bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki went viral, resulting in a lot of backlash. In a press release, Matsuno warned troublemakers who disrupt the peace for the locals, saying they should refrain from invading privacy and causing trouble. The news about the cabinet secretary addressing problematic streamers has attracted quite some attention on social media, with the post gaining some traction on r/Japan on Reddit. Reddit's an intellectual fucking dump, so we'll just go ahead and glide past that. But here we go. Social media reactions to Japanese cabinet secretary warning to streamers and YouTubers after Somali's arrest. Make an example of him. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's a piece of shit, okay? Don't get it twisted. Like, this guy's a raging hunk of crap out there stalking chicks on Twitch, trying to get them banned, get other people banned on different platforms because he's not allowed on there. Like, he is a detestable individual, and justifiably so, has the reputation. And, well, he broke the law in Japan. Now he's facing the consequences. And what are those consequences? Well, we'll get to them very shortly. Make an example out of him. I already said that. Okay, Ismail Ramzi Khalid. I can see why he wants to go with Johnny Somali, but why Somalia? Weird. Okay, is an IRL streamer who has been embroiled in numerous controversies. I already went over that. IRL streaming, especially in an urban setting, has the potential to pose a lot of problems. Yeah, just like former disgraced YouTube or Twitch streamer, Ice Poseidon. Not too distant past, he's also been IRL streaming as well, going through, I think, Australia or something like that. He's been met with a couple of people, might be staged or not, of somebody throwing piss and shit on him. Not joking, not even being hyperbolic. A cup of piss and shit was thrown on him. Fucking gross, right? And then in this next few days, somebody came up to him wearing a full mask and looks a little staged, ended up spraying him in the face with mace or pepper spray or something like that. Like these goofy individuals. And Ice Poseidon had been outed. I think he was staging a bunch of shit in order to get clout way back in the cut. And that's somebody from like version 2 YouTube, like late 2000s, early 2010s. Like around that area, and he fell off hard. And then, you know, goofy ass Kick comes around and it breathes lives into all of these fucking former scumbags. Now they get to come back. Can't wait for Onision to start, you know, IRL streaming while he's outside, you know, trolling past different grade schools. IRL, yes, especially in an urban setting, potential to pose a lot of problems, while streamers have also been known to face harassment at the hands of others on camera. Khalid is known for doing the opposite. Last month he was arrested on camera for entering a restricted construction site. Oh, okay, with a number of Japanese police officers handcuffing him. Okay, so that's the offense that he's going to jail for. Okay, news was welcomed by many viewers who criticized Johnny Somali for his racist and often offensive attitudes. That's why many welcome the statements about the Chief Cabinet Secretary of Japan about YouTubers who make a nuisance in public. I get maybe he does post his videos on YouTube, but no, don't drag YouTubers into that. Okay, there's some who are a little bit more respectable. Okay, with one Redditor even suggesting that the authorities should make an example out of Johnny, make an example out of him. It's got 18 upvotes. This shit's really taken off, huh? Others have been blaming streamers like him for bringing down the reputation of YouTubers in general. I didn't even know about that. Some have praised certain content creators for making good content while staying or traveling in Japan. Yeah, there's a lot of good people over there in Japan. Shout out MLD, actually. There's a lot of people who like Japan, want to live in Japan, want to assimilate to the culture that's over there. That used to be one of those things, right? If you want to go over to a culture, you go over there because you like and respect the people, the society that's over there. You're not looking to change it. You're looking to be a part of it. But that's kind of why Japan is the way that it is, as based as it is. And the West is, well, just kind of where other countries just kind of flush the toilet on them. Not to circle back around to another previous topic. Last week, Somali also managed to get a temporary ban on Kick a day after he deliberately sabotaged Twitch streamer Meowko's stream. I made a little bit more of an in-depth analysis on that with my previous video on the subject, knowing that she would get banned. Yeah, because the way that Twitch works, if you're banned on the platform, your image in and of itself will get you banned on that platform by circumventing another ban. Like, it's totally weird. I don't use Twitch at all. I think I have the account like placeholdered for me, but I haven't used it at all whatsoever. The next day, he and his friend were knocked out on camera, yay, after pestering some strangers on the streets of Japan. So yeah, he's an absolute nuisance, but he's been arrested. And also, we do have an update from somebody who's a little bit more familiar with the culture and what goes on in Japan as well. So this is from Asian Dawn, okay? Does a lot of good Japanese reporting, by the way. Well, also, you know, Southeast Asian reporting. You can go with that. Japanese government will hold Johnny Somali for 28 days. So he will be in jail for a month as of, the beginning? So basically all of October, okay? In those 28 days, they will use sleep deprivation tactics. Oh no, like he was trying to do with the good people of Japan on the streets. And for hours upon hours of interrogation to break his mind and force him to confess his crime of trespassing. Well, to be completely honest, I don't think you'll have to do much to break his mind. Once he confesses, Japanese have a 99% conviction rate. Yeah, because if and when the law enforcement has to intervene, they pretty much have somebody dead to rights on that. Other than that, it's a pretty high trust society where not a lot of crime happens. Just saying. And when there is something significant that happens, it makes worldwide news. Just take a look at what happened to Shinzo Abe. They will sentence Johnny to 3 years in prison. Yay! Then they will deport him back to America. Boo! Once he finishes his sentence. There is no early or good behavior parole in Japan. So good for you, man. You are about to spend a good majority of the 2020s in a Japanese prison. Hopefully they're built just as efficiently so that you can stack multiple other prisoners in there as well, because God knows your soft ass, I'll be right picking for some of the Yakuza members that they end up snatching up. So wish I could say that I felt bad for you, but you fucked around and guess what? You found out, stupid. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.